Hello, welcome. I hope you are all doing well and being safe out there. My name is Caitlin Rose. I'm a self-taught artist on a journey to becoming a concept artist and illustrator for games and movies. Please grab a snack, coffee, or any drink, or just draw along with me while I sketch these doo-doo doodles. This might be a long one. Today I kind of want to talk about my art journey because I always think that people's art journeys are interesting, and everyone comes from different backgrounds and cultures, and all of our paths are different. But mine, I feel like, isn't that interesting, but I do feel like it is kind of a motivator for anyone who started later in life to find out that this is something that they want to take seriously. So many artists say this, but it's true. I've been drawing my whole life, but I didn't start taking it seriously until maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Growing up, I had a bestie for life, my cousin. We were born a week apart from each other, and we've always drawn and been creative together. She has 3 brothers, and of course they were into anime and video games, which is how I got into them because I would always hang out with them growing up. Back then, games had these little mini art books in their cases that would show the characters, their stats, and a little guide on how to play the game inside. I low-key kind of miss those, but I guess since we have so much access to everything online, there's really no need for them anymore. Of course, we would copy the characters from the games or mangas that we would read, and we would create our own characters for that world. We would make really cool outfits for them and really cool props for them, but I do miss doing that, and I've been thinking about doing that again. There is a downside to all of this. I feel like it was a bad habit for both of us, but if we didn't like a piece that we made, we would crumple it up and throw it away. So I don't have any drawings or sketches from when I was younger, unfortunately. I was taking art classes during middle school and got up to art 3, I think, but for some reason when I got to high school, I guess I didn't have enough credits or something, but they wanted to start me back at art 1. And I was like, nah, because low-key, I'm not a huge fan of art history. That might be bad to say. I just think it's really boring. So I kind of lost interest in art during my high school years. Throughout the years, I did think about it as a hobby more than something that I want to make into a career, because of course, society makes you think that you can't make a living off of art. I would be on and off with sketching, and when looking for references, I came across these really cool paintings on Google that look like this. And I didn't know exactly what they were, but I was so fascinated by them. I was like, holy shit, how do they paint like this? It was so detailed, but yet when you zoom in, it looked very messy, and you can see each brush stroke. Then I discovered it was digital art, and not only that, it was concept art. During that time when I found concept art, I didn't know what that was, but I did have a very high interest in it. I grew up well, but not well off. We didn't have a lot of money, and I didn't always get the cool tech and games and stuff growing up, so of course I only drew with pencil and colored pencils. It was only towards the middle of high school that I got a drawing tablet, and I started teaching myself how to draw digitally. It was one of those cheap drawing tablets that had a thin, clear sheet that I can lift up and put a pencil sketch underneath to trace, which was so cool then, but I'm sorry I don't remember the brand, so I do apologize. But during the end of high school, some crazy stuff happened in my family, and I had a boyfriend at the time that ended up being emotionally abusive, and I basically wasted 4 years of my life. I won't get into any details, obviously, but it took a toll on my creative side, and I stopped drawing and creating anything really for almost 5 years. Thankfully, I was able to get out of that relationship and kind of start creating again. All of this ended about 2013 or 14. I ended up getting into another relationship in 2016, and it was better. I started getting into watching YouTube, and I first discovered Audra Auclair, and I was blown away by their work. And I started discovering other artists on YouTube and found out that you could make money on here. And ever since then, I've been trying to take my art seriously and build something off of this. Life definitely has gotten in the way many times since 2014 and 15. I ended up getting a job that I stayed at for almost 6 years, but it took so much time and energy from me that all I was really focused on was surviving. I worked every holiday, almost every weekend, I barely saw my family or even had a life outside of work. When I did have some time to be creative, it was only for a short amount of time. And during this, I discovered ONIPs. I can't remember if it was on YouTube or any other social media that I found them, but I fell in love with their art and started watching them on Twitch. They were actually the reason why I started streaming on Twitch. I thought the whole idea of having a community just chill with you while you drew was so cool. I believe it was 2018 or 19. I'm sorry, my memory is shot, but I started my Twitch. I obviously wasn't the best, and I'm still not, but I did get some regulars, and if you are watching this, thank you so much for sticking with me and still sticking with me. I still think about you guys, even though I'm kind of MIA right now. But going back to that job, it started getting worse when I became a manager. I started working all the shifts. It was messing up my sleep schedule, messing up my eating, it was messing up my perception of time. I could go on and on about how this job fucked me up, but I'm so glad to say that I finally left in fall of 2022, and it was the best decision of my life. I'm currently at a new job that cares about me and their employees' well-being, that I am able to finally have energy to really focus on me and the ones that I love again. The holidays have messed up a bit of my work schedule, but not to the severity that I feel like death every time that I go home. Like I said at the beginning of this video, everyone has their own journey, their own path and obstacles that they have to go through before getting to where they want to be. In 2023, I'm turning 30, and I know it can be so discouraging to see people surpass you in skill, especially younger artists, but if you are my age, just remember that us growing up, we didn't have so much access to so much information that these youngsters have nowadays. And that's okay, as long as we are willing to learn and actually put in the effort in things that will help move us forward to our goals. Speaking of goals, I'm currently working on a video about my 2023 art goals, so stay tuned for that. And I do hope that this video helped you breathe a little, because I know currently everyone is on a kick with going viral and trying to get big on social media quickly, but I just wanted to show that it's okay to take it slow and that it's never too late to start your art career. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Thank you.